How's everybody? My name is Angel, and I'm 21 years old. A role model to me is an individual who has a lot of responsibilities, and they recognize that, and they take advantage in the best way possible to make sure that those responsibilities are kept, and that they have a positive influence on the community or just the close people around them. I think it's really important that a role model understands that, in a way, it's a gift that you have influence on another person. And I know that in my position as an MC, I find it really important to use the talent that God gave to me and be able to use that in a positive way and just influence as many people as I can, motivate people, and make them realize that there's a lot more to life than what they see, and that you really can truly accomplish anything that you want in life as long as you put the time and effort into it. I want people to know that anything in life is possible. You don't have to settle for a job where you're wearing a business suit and carrying a luggage on a subway commute to work. Nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do. But if you have aspirations in life, then there should be nothing stopping you. You know, I always go by the quote in life, what would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail? And that's kind of what I live my life by, so I want people to know that as well in my music. My role model, easily my mother. My mother's a single mother. She raised me from a young age, and I kind of grew up without a father pretty much. I was never really around him, and my mother's really strong. She raised 3 kids by herself, and I'm really proud of that, the fact that she raised us with such good values that I still take with me to this day. I'm a God-fearing man, and there's a lot of things that I haven't done in life, and they go against the norms of society. I don't smoke, I don't drink, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud that my mom instilled me those values, and to be respectful to people and say hi to people when you see them, even though you may not know them. Even to this day, people know me as having a friendly demeanor. And so I definitely see my mother as my role model. I look at her for inspiration because she's gone through a lot more than I ever will, probably. You know, I have it easy compared to what she did. She sacrificed a lot of things in life so that I would have it easier in my life, and one goal is to be able to repay that back. I want to make sure that my mother will never have to work another day in her life again. So, you know what's funny is that if you had asked me 10 years ago if I was going to be an MC as a career that I wanted to pursue, I wouldn't believe you. At first I was drawing, doing art, and finding that as my, primary way of expression. But around 12 years old, I would say, I moved into another town, and hip-hop music was really big. I was listening to a lot of 50 Cent, Eminem around 2003, 2004, and I loved it. And I guess around 2006, I started rhyming for whatever reason. I guess it's just for fun to see if I could do it. But I kept at it. No one knew. That's the funny thing. Nobody knew that I rapped. Nobody knew that I even wanted to do it. But it was just a hobby. And it wasn't until I had a rap battle around 2009, and I had so many raps in my head that were memorized for years of writing, and they were just surprised, like, whoa, where did that come from? Because they had no idea that I rapped. And so I kept doing these little rap battles around my school when I was in high school, and people kept telling me, like, you're really good at it. You should, take it a little bit more seriously. And so around 15, I had been in over 10 rap battles before I even wrote my first song. And I used hip-hop just as another way to express myself. But it wasn't that easy in the beginning. I was rhyming about stuff that I knew nothing about, violence, and it just wasn't my life. I was getting frustrated with a lot of the stuff that was going on with my high school. There was a lot of cliques, racism at times, and I was frustrated. So I went to this little hobby that I knew I could get my feelings out, and I wrote a song, and I felt really good about that. And ever since then, I've been going to that piece of paper with a pen and really just jotting down my feelings and letting it all out. And I kept going at it. For whatever reason, I just kept going at it. I got better and better, even though people would tell me, you know how hard it is to make it in the hip-hop industry. You know there are a lot of people that are better than you out there. Your flow isn't good. And this was when I was young, and I said, you know what? I'm going to make sure my flow is good. I'm going to make sure I get as good as I can. And I kept going. I still do to this day. And over time, the whole idea of Angel kept forming and forming. I went through a whole lot of rap names in my head before I stuck to my government name, Angel. And Angel kind of signifies that I am a son of God. I'm a child of God, and I'm positive, and I believe with 100% of faith that I was given this talent to glorify God. I was given this talent to spread the word of God and spread positivity around. There's a lot of people that need to hear it in hip-hop today, and I kind of want to blur the lines between what people see as strictly Christian hip-hop and mainstream hip-hop. So I want to blur those lines and kind of, if there was a house and deep inside the house was like really hardcore Christian hip-hop music, like really deep and the gospel, well then I'm not the guy at the door welcome you guys in. I want to make dope music on various topics, and I want you guys to make sure that the reason I live the life I live with so much happiness and the fact that I'm just carefree is because I do believe in God, and I know He has my back at the end of the day, so there's not much to worry about. A lot of times I see myself as motivation. I see my parents, the fact that I don't want to live a normal life. I really want to be something, pretty much I see myself as motivation, and my mother as well. I don't want my mother to have to live the life she lives for long, working and struggling. I want to be the one that goes, here mom, here's a check. You don't ever have to work in your life again. Thank you for what you did. I feel like I have a huge responsibility. I feel like I was born to really spread the word of God and positivity and inspire millions. And I know I have what it takes. I know I have the talent. And for me to not use it for positive reasons would be a crime in itself. And so I just want to motivate others, and that's what motivates me. I want to be a role model to as many people as possible. And I know the responsibility that comes with that. And so, yeah, definitely the motivation behind it is that I have a lot to do on this earth. And my goal is to, before I leave, before God takes me back, that I've accomplished everything God needed me to accomplish.